Get ready to dive into the comic book realm where heroes rise and villains take the helm. We're here to dissect the stories and the art. On source material, we tear the panels apart.
All right, next up, we have the Joker War Saga.
Yep.
I think the main story is through the Batman book.
Yes, it's 5 issues of Batman, but then there's like Red Hood, Batgirl, Batwoman.
They're all going under like Joker War collateral damage, I think is what it is. You got Detective Comics 1025, Red Hood, just like you were saying. There's a smattering of issues. Actually, I have it listed here. Give me a second because I should read that. Okay, before we get into the book here, I want to make sure I cover all of the issues and the creative team behind this event. So the issues that we are going to be covering are Batman 95 through 100, Batgirl 47, Detective Comics 1025, Red Hood Outlaw number 48, Nightwing 74, The Joker Warzone number 1, and some stories from Harley Quinn number 75 and Catwoman number 25. Now, I just wrote down all our creative team for everything here. Our writers are James Tynion IV, Cecil Castellucci, Peter Tomasi, and Scott Lobdell. On pencils, inks, and art, we got Jorge Jimenez, Carlo Pagulian, Danny Miki, Guillaume March, Robbie Rodriguez, Kenneth Rocafort, and Brett Booth. Colors are Tamu Moray, Jordi Belair, Dan Brown, and Adif Prianto. Letters are Clayton Cowles, And World Design, Rob Lee, and A Larger World's Troy Peteri. Now, back to the show. So all of those were touched by the Joker War, and it's a pretty expansive. This is some stuff that Gotham City is going through, so it makes sense that all these books
this year after City of Bane, how does anyone live in this fucking city anymore?
Oh, that was going through my head as I was reading this. It's like, I'm moving. There's no way.
I'll go city and risk getting blown up.
I mean, it is bad in Gotham City. We've got clowns running around terrorizing the city. It's
like
not
every year,
good.
though.
Right.
I don't know if No Man's Land is still continuity anymore because I don't give a shit about anything like that. But can you imagine you've been a Gothamite for the last 50 years and you've had to survive multiple terrorists taking over your city, an earthquake, get
the hell out. Yeah. I mean, you just leave. All that will be left in Gotham City is criminals because that's all it's going to be.
I tell you, someone needs to write a book called Gotham Civil War, and it's literally just the people of Gotham finally breaking into Arkham, killing everybody. They killed the Joker, ate everybody there.
Sort of get a little bit of that.
No, I need the entire city.
I get you.
I need the entire city to just lose their shit, and it ends with them killing Batman. We've had enough.
We took care of business. You're no longer needed.
Nightwing's nailed to a cross.
I'm going to throw the
Damien's, they just heads on a spike and where the sign that says "Welcome to Gotham."
Boy,
that's a story I'd write.
I mean, that'd be something else because now criminals are going to be scared of coming into Gotham because
Can you imagine you walk in, that's my pitch to a DC editor. Hey, Mark, we're really happy to have you. Thank you for coming from your independent company, Pantsless Productions. You write some weird comics. Well, thank you. I really try to write out of the box. Well, what's your pitch for Batman? What do you want to do? I want to do a year-long story where at the end of it, all the Gothamites kill the entire Batman universe. Get the fuck out of here.
They'll be like, point you over here to Black Label, sir. Sit down, have at it, brother.
12 issues, lots of luck.
All right. As far as creative teams go, I did not get everybody on here, so I'm not going to go through them. I'll put them in here post-edit. James Tynion IV is writing the main Batman story. The other adjacent titles have different creative teams. Jorge Jimenez, I think, is on the art here for Joker Wars and Batman, and then Tamu Moray is on colors. Clayton Cowles on letters here. And this is, again, in the main Batman Joker War story. Here's the synopsis. The Joker War Saga is a sprawling Gotham-wide catastrophe. Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. Unleashed when the Joker seizes When the Joker seizes control of Wayne Enterprises and uses Bruce Wayne's fortune to wage psychological and chemical warfare on the city by hacking into Wayne tech systems through Lucius Fox, corrupted by Joker toxin. Joker arms his clown army with advanced gadgets and poisons, turning Gotham into his nightmarish playground. The city descends into chaos. The GCPD is overrun. Civilians are caught in the crossfire, and Batman himself is broken.
Once a year, we break the bat.
Both physically and mentally, by a brutal mix of Joker toxin and Scarecrow's fear gas. Meanwhile, Joker's newest disciple, Punchline, emerges as a fearsome force. She outmaneuvers Harley Quinn, takes on Batman, and delivers Joker's venomous vision with sharp efficiency. Gotham's heroes are scattered, its infrastructure hijacked, and even Bruce's legacy is called into question as Joker broadcasts twisted retellings of Batman's origin across the city, staging gruesome reenactments in the Monarch Theater. Simultaneously, a new vigilante named Clown Hunter rises from the ashes, serving up brutal street justice while challenging Batman's no-kill rule. We must have missed, or maybe it's always been known, did Joker always know that Bruce Wayne was Batman? Or did he just overtake the Wayne fortune and use it to... You have to think that he knows, because he's using the whole Monarch Theater against him. He's using Alfred against him, so he has to know. He knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
I would assume.
Okay, that must have happened in some previous issues.
Let me tell you how I didn't think about that at all.
Well, it didn't occur to me until late in the book. I was like, wait a second, he's using all this. He must know.
Yeah.
So
at this point, how the whole world doesn't know Batman is Bruce Wayne, I'll never know. But also, wait 5 minutes, there'll be a crisis, and it won't matter.
It snapped out of existence. But Gotham
Why don't
fights.
people buy comics anymore, Jesse?
Hey, listen, there's always new readers. Just because you've read a story once doesn't mean it can't be retold and read by somebody else again. All right?
Well, just they keep breaking the universe. Why would anyone be invested in it?
Gotham fights back. Harley Quinn returns with renewed resolve. Batgirl reclaims her role as Oracle. Red Hood, Nightwing, and the rest of the Bat family rally under Batman's call. Catwoman redeems herself by stealing back the Wayne fortune from Joker's accounts. The tide begins to turn as Gotham's defenders launch a coordinated counteroffensive, cutting through Joker's forces and reclaiming key ground. Through visions of Alfred and painful self-reflection, Batman regains his purpose, casting off the effects of the toxin and facing Joker head-on in a final, brutal confrontation at Ace Chemicals. In the war's climax, Harley forces Batman into a moral crossroads. As she runs from the scene, she reveals that Batman has to choose to save either Harley or Joker, as she has strapped bombs to both of them. This time, Batman makes a choice, leaving Joker to his own fate. Gotham is scarred.
Joker becoming every narcissist ex-girlfriend ever. Don't you walk away from me.
Gotham is scarred, but healing begins. New threats loom. Punchline readies herself for trial. Clown Hunter teeters on the edge of vengeance, and a mysterious new rival is Ghostmaker. One page epilogue prepares to challenge Batman's mission. The Joker War isn't just a tale of explosive action, it's a reckoning. With Alfred gone, Bruce Wayne must redefine his role not just as Gotham's protector, but as its leader. It's a story of legacy, trauma, and rebirth for Batman, for Gotham, and for every broken soul caught in the twisted game of the Joker.
Two things right off the bat.
What?
Harley Quinn's the best part of this book. This feels to me more like a Harley Quinn story, and like her relationship with the Joker, the introduction of Punchline, all of that. Harley Quinn's your big hero here, not the Joker, not Batman.
Well, to kind of support that before you go to your next point, the choice that she makes Batman make is the one that everybody always screams about, like, why doesn't Batman just let the Joker die in this guy? And he does that here, and the only reason he does that is because of Harley Quinn. But go ahead.
He knows, he's willing to bet that Joker will figure out a way out of it. And Harley Quinn was all but dead. Porn has ruined Batman and Harley Quinn for me. I cannot picture Batman and Harley Quinn alone with no characters around without doing the thing that my friend did when I watched Melrose Place with him years ago. They're gonna fuck. Are they gonna fuck? Like, especially the bit where she takes him to Poison Ivy's like magical swamp in the sewers of Gotham or whatever. Yeah, Eden. And I was just like, damn it. I know they're not going to. This is a child's comic, but because I've now seen so much Batman and Harley Quinn porn, all I can think about is like they're clearly gonna fuck now, right?
No, Mark, they're not.
And I know that, Jesse, intellectually, I know that, but in my heart, in my weirdo brain,
Wow.
like, I have to keep stopping myself. It's just a comic book. It's just a comic book. This isn't set up for porn.
Oh my
But that
gosh.
should tell you how much Harley Quinn and Batman porn there is out there. There's so
Yeah, it's in mass quantities, that's for sure. How do I follow that up? Let's see.
back to the important part of the story. This is I don't hate this. I don't even dislike it. I'm more like, it's fine. You know, it's a 5 on a 10-point scale.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the best stuff is the stuff with Harley, and more because, you know, she's displaced by Punchline, and so she has to deal with that. And it's like, you know, Punchline's doing the stuff of, you were so stupid, you know, you're another one who thinks they could reach the Joker. I don't want to reach the Joker. So she's a nihilist, essentially. The Joker's vision of the world is that we should blow it up. The world is not worth saving. The world is worth causing it as much pain and then finally ending it. It's like, I believe in this. I kind of like the Punchline character. I like giving Joker kind of like a busy businesswoman sidekick, somebody to keep him grounded.
Miss Tessmacher.
Can we stay focused? It's like herding cats with you, pal. You know, they have a very like Sam and Diane dynamic, and I know that's like a very that ages me about 1,000 years. But for you kids, go back and watch Cheers. You know, Diane was a very proper woman, and Sam was a, you know, sort of devil-may-care, roguish ex-baseball player turned bartender, and that was their dynamic. It was, you know, Sam's trying to get Diane a little dirtied up, Diane trying to get Sam a little cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
There was the sexual tension. And it's a different dynamic than with Harley, because Harley was in love with the Joker. She was capable and she was smart, but she was more of like, oh, Puddin', whatever you want to do, I live to serve. She was the submissive in that relationship. And Punchline, I would not say, is submissive to the Joker. She posits herself as more of his equal. We'll execute your plan, but I'm going to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. I'm not here for your craziness. I'm here for your destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Her fight with Harley is some of the best stuff of the book, because Harley's like, don't go with the Joker. He'll just abuse you and throw you in front of him, and you'll take punches from Batman. And she's like, I don't want that to begin with. I'm not here for that, you twat. You know, that's what I imagined her saying. You know, so that clash is good stuff. Harley Quinn kind of getting to a point where, like, everybody else, she's speaking for not only the audience, but everybody in Gotham and the Bat family. The Joker is not worth keeping around. He cannot be redeemed. He cannot be saved. He cannot be cured. And the longer he lives, the more people are going to get killed. He is a deadly virus. And then there's Batman, who is like, but killing is wrong. And everyone's like, at this point, you're the reason people are dying, not the Joker. Your continued allowance of his existence is what's killing people, not the Joker himself.
Right.
She makes Batman make a terrible choice. Like, you talked about the bombs. She's like, I'm not going to let this happen. Like, she shoots him in the eye with a shotgun.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you know this, but the eye is in front of the brain.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, like, I mean, it either didn't go as deep as you think it would, or it went out the side of his head.
Fucking shotgun.
Could have been filled with rock salt. I don't know. Either way.
Hit him with a fucking dart. Ow.
Yeah,
Ow, Harley.
Ow.
So she shoots him in the eye, because as we all know, shotguns are also very acutely targeted weapons.
Oh, yep.
So anyway, she shoots him in the eye, and then she straps a bomb to him, and then she's like, tells Batman, you have lost validity. It's the one that Lester says to I think it's Sindor, when in season 5, when they're like, why are you putting up an illegal wiretap? And he was like, I considered the decision to come down off of Marlowe invalid. That's not the word he uses, but that's what he's going for, invalid. And that's kind of what Harley says to Batman. I have considered your decision to continually let the Joker live just to murder more people invalid. They have a whole conversation where it's like, if I see the shot, I'm taking it. And Batman's like, no, murder is wrong. And she's like, no, you're wrong, stupid.
Right.
At some point, you have to face reality, and you're not willing to. It's almost as if the way they write Batman is if he lets even one of his rogues gallery die, the mission has failed, as if they're more important than the citizens of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, don't run around and kill people the way Batwoman does. But then there's like, why do you keep saving the Joker after he's killed millions of people?
Right.
So she's like, I'm not leaving. Your decision making is invalid. I'm not leaving this in your hands anymore. You are not the authority. So she straps a bomb on the Joker. She straps a bomb on herself. She like, runs away. And then the Joker is just, again, every narcissist girlfriend. Batman. Batman. You're not going to let me die. Whee! Come and save me, Batman. Having now turned into a donkey and then a lollipop, looks at the Joker and goes, nah, it'll be fine. And runs after Harley. And there's the Joker like, what the fuck? Years of this. And, why are you now breaking up with me? Of course, the Joker lives. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, he's able to escape, and I think we have a small issue afterwards. It's like 8 pages of him running into the diners, where we learn a lot about Punchline, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Joker War feels the most like a Batman book of all three.
You're looking at Killer Smile, obviously Black Label, but it's also a dive into the psychotic Joker and the psychology played upon the victim
Killer
of the
Smile
Joker.
Is the least like a Batman book, the least like a comic book. It is just a short story about an antisocial psychopath and how he psychologically tortures his doctor. That's it.
Right. Puzzle Box is your unreliable narrator, Joker, and the insanity that comes along with some of the stuff that he does. It makes no sense. It's just chaos.
Right.
And then Joker War is the quintessential Joker obsessed with the bat. That is all that Joker War is about, is Joker trying to get one over. He's just a completely...
The Joker War reminds me of the Eddie Izzard bit about invading Russia. You're like, well, Napoleon ran into Russia. He was like, oh, I'm going to win. Oh, it's a bit cold. And Napoleon's army runs away. Then Stalin, I've got a better idea. And he runs into Russia again. Oh, it's a bit cold. It's the same idea. The Joker War reminds me of, like, the Joker kind of looked at City of Bane, and I think he actually addresses it at some point at the end of the book.
Yeah, he does.
When he goes to
He's talking to Bane.
He actually says to Bane, he was like, how do you fuck this up? Not like, how did you lose the city to Batman? But it was like, you were going to kill the butler, and you did it in front of the kid? You do that in front of Batman. You mortally wound him. What's wrong with you? It's like, you're so bad at this. So it's almost as like Joker kind of building on City of Bane, looked at what Bane did and was like, I've got a better idea. So if Bane was Napoleon, Joker is Stalin.
Yeah. And
it ends this, and it's the same beats. Take everything important to Batman, destroy it, turn everyone on Batman, break his spirit, break his mind, and then take over the city. Yeah. And then Batman finds his brain, finds his heart, puts himself back together like the Scarecrow, not the villain, the actual Wizard of Oz Scarecrow, puts all the stuff back in, and he returns to the city, a bit stronger, a bit wiser, and takes him out. The Joker War literally is almost beat by beat City of Bane.
The introduction of Clown Hunter in this book, or at least he's a new guy to me, which I find very, very meta. I don't know if that's the word. Ironic's probably the best word. That his weapon is a damn bat with a batarang attached to it. And he is ruthless. Like, he is killing these Joker thugs that are coming in and messing with his part of the Narrows, I think is the place that he lives. And boy, oh boy, was I there for that.
I talked to you a few weeks ago when we were doing Chain of Custody about Robert's argument about John Walker killing somebody with the shield.
Right.
And I said at the time, like, that person had given up. There was no reason to take his head off, literally. Like, that person said, I give. But that's not to say that I don't believe in corporal punishment. I think there are times where situations call for it. I don't think the death penalty is a thing that deters crime is true, but I do think that at some point some crimes are heinous enough and they are beyond proving otherwise that the person does deserve to be dispassionately executed. Our heroes can win a fist fight, but do they ever stop these guys? Nope. Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Calendar Man, Condiment King, they're all out there still. If you're writing from the standpoint of the citizens of Gotham, they have to be sick of the vigilantes. You don't accomplish anything. And so he's walking around just killing these guys. There's a reason why people relate to the Punisher. I was a soldier. I did my part for my country. I came home and I was trying to be a better man. I was trying to be a civilized man, and common criminals took out my family. Okay, I have nothing to live for. So I'm going to run around the streets with a machine gun and kill criminals. And people are like, as far as power fantasies goes, Punisher's a good one. Yeah. The idea that the system is so inherently broken, the society is so inherently broken that you could be having a picnic in the park with your family and they could all end up dead because they were at the wrong place at the wrong time. And why is the park the wrong place? The park shouldn't be the wrong place. It's like the school shooting thing. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. No, school shouldn't be the wrong place is the point. Going all the way back to Clown Hunter, he's like, I don't live by any of your stupid codes. Your codes is how we got to from one year to the next, we went from City of Bane to the Joker War. Early in Tom King's run, there was a whole thing called the War of Jokes and Riddles, Tales, which I have, which is either it's been a while since I've read it or I haven't read it at all. I don't remember because I was reading the Tom King run up for about, I think, 4 trades, and then I stopped. And I vaguely remember, like, that was another one where between the Joker and the Riddler, like, they had Gotham Host. If you live in that city, I sympathize with Clown. I really do sympathize with Clown Hunter. Like, I was cheering him on. I'm like, you're the real hero of this book, Clown.
He is
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, he is the one that is, like, defending his home, and he's taken it into his hands, and if you come in there, you are going to die. And he is not messing around.
Every time Batwoman tells Batman to go fuck himself, I'm not living up to your stupid code. I'm on Batwoman's side. Like, as much as I like Batman, the character, the way they write some of the other characters in his books and how they act towards him and his code, I'm more often than not on the side of people against Batman. I think the way they've written Batman over the years is a little ridiculous.
I think a lot of the extra characters you're talking about, they're probably put in the book for people with that same disposition to identify with. That's all the notes I had here. I did dig the bat suit at the end where the Joker was wearing the bat suit and fighting Batman in it. You know, supposedly it was this real fancy bat suit. We even get a dream sequence as he's trying to work through all this Joker toxin and whatever hallucinogenic stuff that Harley gave him to supposedly get it out of his system. But he starts seeing what's going on in the future, and he's wearing this fancy bat suit. So I think he's got this thing created, and then the Joker, of course, is the one that steals it and is wearing it and fighting Batman with it at the end. The Joker is just crazed throughout this whole thing. He's orchestrating this war on Gotham and on Batman, and it's just a quintessential Batman versus Joker.
How nervous did you get in the scene with Batman and Batgirl?
When
it was in her apartment again.
Oh,
that's Joker and Batgirl.
That was the first issue that I read. That fight was awesome. I'll tell you that much. She's struggling for her life. He ends up paralyzing her again. Supposedly she has some kind of cybernetic thing.
She's like a microchip in her spine.
So she's able to do something. But I mean, it was. I thought it was a great fight. I loved it because the way
I didn't realize that was still canon.
That she was paralyzed.
Yeah.
Me either. I don't know what is and what isn't anymore sometimes.
Yeah.
The way that issue ended, too, if I remember right, is both of them just laying on the ground.
Yep.
Just about out of it, and so is Batgirl.
It was the only other thing I was interested in this book. The Batman stuff I was the least interested in. The Harley Quinn stuff I was interested in. The Punchline stuff I was interested in. And then that one scene, like, I kind of just now want, like, an Odd Couple comic book of Batgirl and Joker. You know, Joker's kind of a slob. Batgirl is clean. And they're just, just living together in an apartment. The
old Odd Couple. The Red Hood Outlaw issue, I'm throwing this out here. I know it doesn't mean much to you, but
I don't understand who the fucking Red Hood is anymore, because wasn't that Jason Todd?
It is Jason Todd. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Jason Todd. He's a good guy now. He's obviously went through some changes, as you can tell, because he's using rubber bullets. He was the extreme vigilante at one point, hurting people pretty bad. And Batman got a hold of him and said, "Don't you do that in my city." He's like, "Okay, I'm only going to use rubber bullets from here on out." Dick Grayson. Were you following the whole Richard thing? Dickie
Not
boy?
even a little bit. I mean, I gathered that was Dick Grayson, but
he'd gone through some really big changes. He becomes like this super spy at some point and changes his name to Rick Grayson. RIC. And anyway, yeah, it was really crazy. And of course, Punchline had brainwashed him into whatever evil thing that he was, and he was fighting the other bats. Anyway, Red Hood Outlaw, I just want to point this out here. The creative team on that, Scott Lobdell, and I believe it was Danny Meeke was involved, and Brett Booth on the art. These are some 90s names, my friend. I loved the look of the book. It felt really 90s to me, but the storytelling was okay. I didn't know what was going on other than Dick Grayson had some kind of pendant. They had to get the pendant off of him and destroy the pendant, and he regains all his memories. Great. Fantastic. Now he's back on the side of Batman.
It is stories like this which remind me to not follow Comics Month.
All right, there it is. That is the Joker War Saga. I don't have anything else to add.
It was okay. I don't hate it. Like I said, there's good stuff I was able to pull out of it, good stuff to talk about. But I'm finding that books like The Puzzle Box or Killer Smile are more my speed when it comes to comics. That when we do a trade that is essentially a gathering of comics from the monthly continuity, I don't like them as much.
No, thank you. I'd rather not. Because, and I think you mentioned a couple times, like, what's it matter? We're going to be doing this again next year. It's not going to matter in the long, and that's unfortunate. And DC Black Label gives the creative team an opportunity to tell a story that's way outside of continuity, which I have a lot of appreciation for. I think a lot of storytellers want to go the Black Label route because they don't want to be stuck in continuity. They don't want to, because they know it almost kind of carries a negative connotation to it. Like, you got all this stuff you've got to try and maybe think of. We just talked about the whole Rick Dicky Boy Grayson thing. Yeah. No idea what we were stepping into there.
Look at what happened with City of Bane, where both of us thought, like, is this the multiverse?
Well, yeah, what the hell is Thomas Wayne doing here? I don't understand.
Because we didn't read the button.
All right. Let's get into plugs. This was our trilogy, buddy. We did Joker, Killer Smile, Joker Presents a Puzzle Box, and the Joker War Saga.
I'm worried I overloaded you with too many books.
We did well, I'll tell you that Joker War Saga, I was sitting there going, there's no way Mark's getting this done. There's no way he's getting through all these issues. This story is huge. And I thought that would be one of those ones where you'd be like, okay, let's do a 3 episode of this one. But no, I paced myself. I'll tell you that much. I did not want to be sitting there today spending 8 hours reading Joker War Saga, and then I would have threw something at you. Somehow I would have launched it and it would have landed on you in Florida.
Why? Got like stickers on it, like Memphis.
Yes, it's past customs somehow through Mexico. I don't know what happened, but it got there. As long as I paced myself, we opened it up with a real quick, easy one with Joker, Killer Smile. Joker Presents a Puzzle Box was 14 issues, but 10 pages of an issue is nothing. And Joker War Saga was a lot, but I enjoyed what I was reading, so I didn't hate it.
We were trying to put this together. It was like, I wanted to do Killer Smile, and then it was like, okay, we'll find 2 more Joker books. I understand the Joker War Saga was. You gotta understand that I threw in the Joker War Saga because it was on my shelf, and I needed a 3rd book. I went looking for the puzzle box because I wanted something encapsulated and somewhat short. With these books, like when we first started doing this, we were doing trades. Trades have 4 to 6 issues in them. So we do anywhere from 12 issues to 18 issues. That's the Mark and Jesse experience at a max.
Usually.
I think we did a little bit more for Jessica Jones because it was 4 trades.
Mm-hmm.
But we pushed through and we got it done. With this one, because it wasn't one complete series, the numbering was out of whack for me. So it was like, well, one's got 3, one's got 8, one's got 12. Well, I hope Jesse doesn't hate me for this.
It is absolutely the most issues that I've covered in one single recording here. Even though we're splitting this all up, it is definitely the most issues that I sat down and read to do one recording with. But yeah, I don't know what else you're going to do in order to push
I think of one time I pitched to you the Lois Lane book, and it was a fairly lengthy book. And that was one entire episode that you cut up into 3.
And I was just sitting there thinking today, somebody had come across my Facebook feed where he had a stack of books that he had picked up from somewhere. And I remember coming out of the library in 2016, 17, something like that, with a stack like that for Alan Moore Week. And one of them was From Hell, which was this thick.
Yeah.
It was massive.
We did that for Alan Moore Week here.
I grabbed those books from the library to do them for the podcast episode. It reminded me of you when I saw the stack of books as I was taking the forklift back to my car.
Well, Jesse, it only gets worse from here.
What did you do?
Because June 15th, we have 5 trades to do. The entire Darth Vader saga from Marvel/Star Wars.
All right, let me take a look because I'm curious as to how many issues.
Sunday, June 15th, I am making, because these are on my shelf and I want to get them read. These are the Darth Vader books. There's been a couple of different versions of Darth Vader. This is the original Darth Vader book from the post-Disney Lucasfilm merger, when they started doing comic books. This is that iteration of Darth Vader. There's 4 volumes of the Darth Vader book. And then there's a second book that is Vader Down.
Yes. I've heard of Vader Down, which I've heard is pretty good.
And Vader Down is a couple of different books into one. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Okay, so Vader Down incorporates
Eastbound and Vader Down.
Yes. There's 6 issues. Vader Down is 6 issues.
Okay.
And it incorporates Vader Down, which was November 18th, 2015, Darth Vader issue number 13, Star Wars issue number 13, Darth Vader issue 14, Star Wars 14, and Darth Vader 15, which is why I wanted to do it this way.
Okay. All right, then.
I remember why I was doing this, because if you look at the individual Darth Vader volumes, they skip those issues.
Gotcha. Vader Down. Vader down, y'all.
Vader Downtown. So that's what we're going to be doing June 15th is Darth Vader 1 through 4 and Vader Down. I have on my shelf Darth Vader volume 1 through 4. What I don't have is Vader Down. I have to go get that.
Eastbound and Vader Down.
So that's what's next here on Source Material. I know Jesse cuts these up and they'll be out. Whenever you're listening to this, this will have happened months ago.
This was 2025, folks.
Yeah. So I will just say, check out all of my podcasts on W2M Network. Damn You Hollywood is almost every single Monday, and then Thursday is either a triple feature or a TV party. Alexis helps out with the slop. She does the Star Wars, Marvel, and the cartoons I don't want to deal with. Occasionally I do something with her that I enjoy, like The Bear. I got her to watch a Netflix show called Apple Cider Vinegar. And it's about the real true life scandal about someone pushing apple cider vinegar as like a health thing.
I've heard of the health benefits, so wow, I didn't know that this was a scam.
Yeah, there's a Netflix show about it, so I'm going to make her watch that. I know everyone's very excited about this critic. This is going to be like Avengers Endgame. People are coming out of the woodwork to be a part of our critic review, which I put you on against your will.
What is it?
The Critic.
The Critic?
John Lovett.
This is The Critic, the show. I know what you're talking about. I had no idea it was on. When is this happening?
Jesse,
Mark, get a fucking calendar and tell me when things are happening. I just went through the calendar a few days ago and was looking through like, okay, where's my name at? Because I need to put it on my schedule.
Just do the shows I tell you to do. It'll be fine. June. Let me tell you how June is like Mark makes Jesse do stuff month.
Oh, fantastic.
It's my birthday. I'm acting like a big girl for the month of June. It's my birthday, June 2nd. So how I want to spend my birthday, make Jesse do 1 million podcasts. We've got...
Oh, I see me now. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
June 1st. Then we've got... I'm making you do another Reffin triple feature of Drive,
Bronson, and
Neon Demon.
Oh my gosh.
Father's Day is when we're doing Darth Vader. Then The Critic. And we have Sessions. And then we've got another source material recording of all Superman stuff because I wanted to get All Star Superman in before the movie. And then The West Wing.
What season will be in there? That's season 6.
Yep.
The penultimate, right? It goes 7, right?
Yeah, I think there's 7 seasons total. Yeah, I started season 4. We're talking about it this Thursday.
Oh shit, dude!
You got
22 episodes
in there. Yeah,
well, buddy.
I quit my job. I have time to watch them over the next 2 weeks.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's this Thursday. Except that whenever you're listening to this, it might not even be. That will already pass. Well,
we're in season. We've already done whatever the next thing comes.
Newsroom by now. I'm
yes.
sure. I'm done talking now. Check me out on TikTok. That's the most important. I'm at Mark Radulich on TikTok. Come see clips of the shows. Jesse, take me home. I feel nauseous.
Oh, he's feeling sick, folks. That's it. We're out of here. That over there is Mark Radulich. I'm Jesse Starcher. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. All of this would not be possible without W2Mnet.com, so make sure to seek them out for more podcasts. If you enjoyed what you heard today, please feel free to share, and we look forward to entertaining you again soon.